it's widely known that there's like elements, like the four elements of hip hop or five elements, and that's mainly, I think, if I'm correct, comes from Zulu Nation out of the Bronx. Was that known in Queens? Were there any elements that you guys knew of or are aware of within, the 70s or 80s when you were doing it?
Well, the elements that had to come from the Bronx. We had our own elements on the south side of Jamaica, Queens. Right. We had the big set, like the Sherwin Vega set, and we didn't have any home speakers and playing home speakers out there. We that's what we was known for. We didn't have anything to do with elements back then.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that was a slogan or a pitch or I would say a format that was stated by them, but we didn't use that format.
Mm-hmm. Now, you coming from a musical family, and how did your family feel about you taking DJing and quote unquote rap hip hop more serious?
Well, I think the only troubling part about DJing and rap was where my family was concerned was the volume of the music. We had what we called Delta House, okay, which was the house that I actually lived in, and we had our Sherwin Vegas, our Voice of the Theaters, Altec horns. We had all of the equipment set up in my basement and in my room and in my living room at one time. And my mom at the time, she lived in the next block. She had a house in the next block, and when she would come home from work, she would come down Liverpool Street and get ready to make a left turn on 109th Avenue, and then she would abruptly make a right turn on 109th Avenue because she could hear the music at the corner of the block, and she knew that the music was coming from the house that I was actually in, So, that part about it, they weren't too cool with, because, they were neighbors that respected each other. They wanted to keep the peace. But outside of that, they loved the fact that I was dealing with music, because music used to always keep people in the neighborhood together. Mm-hmm. In other words, like, say for instance, Cypher Sounds, Infinity Machines, Phase 3 Sound Experience. We could go to each other's house, and everybody's parents was our parents. We were like an extended family. So Sound Experience family, mother and father was our mother and father. Cypher Sounds family was the same way. It brought us together. And the parents knew where we were. They knew we weren't participating in a lot of violence. They knew that we weren't at the time participating in a lot of drug activities and things of that nature. Mm-hmm. So I think that they appreciated it.
Mm-hmm. Your family?
Well, my mother, she's from down south, so she's off the hook. She'll basically kick us out. When she come home from work, we be blasting the music, and she would cut the light switch on and off. That's my cue to go upstairs and say, "Get out! Get out of my house right now." And so we would have to get out, and that's when we decide maybe we should go to the park. And then we just go to the park at the spur of the moment. That's the type of group we were, But we really didn't get notoriety on a higher scale until we started playing rap. And at that time, once we started playing rap with the break beats, like 7 Minutes in Funk, Scratching, Super Sperm, all those records, my cousin introduced that to the group. He always wanted to be down in the group, but we wouldn't let him until he got of age. He's like the little guy that's on your parents, like, "I want to be down, I want to be down." So he said, "Nah, not yet, not yet." And they said, "Okay, I'll tell you what to do. Learn some rhymes." And he learned some rhymes, and he went right past us. He became MC Davy J. So that's where the real notoriety came from.
That's really dope.
Mm-hmm.
What would you say is Phase 3's kind of like stamp in the culture? What kind of influence did it have on DJing kind of like years later?
Well, we have I'm happy about it. I got to be honest with you, because there's a few group of DJs that came along, and they basically were there when we were coming up. One was Wade, DJ Wade. I think his name was DJ Gemini, and he has this little radio station now called Jam City 101. He, elevated that from phase 3. Then we have this other guy that turned into DJ Shownuff, his name is, and he used to be with us all the time. He just wanted to carry the name along. And now we met family that owns the spot that we have in the interview in, and DJ Kid Quick.
That's right. Quick.
That was there when we were coming up as well. And it's just a good thing seeing this, because this is a beautiful place that he has. It is.
And to know that we were able to inspire so many different up-and-coming DJs with our influence and with the way that we played music, it's really energizing, because there were so many different things that could have influenced them in a different manner. But there were those others who had a love for music, like we did, so they just took what we did and they built off of it.
Mm-hmm. What kind of legacy do you hope that you leave behind that people remember many, many years from now?
Well, we still writing this book, as far as I'm concerned. So our whole thing is getting back into music. Yeah, so we're gonna get back into music. All we have to do is just put it together, because this newfangled stuff it really blew my mind. I was watching DJ Kid Quick with the laptop and then the turntables, but he never changed the record, but he kept going with it. And that intrigued me, and I want to find out more about that. But we are definitely going to keep it going.
Well, what I would like to say is that back then when we were playing music, we played it from our heart. We didn't play it for money. We didn't do it as a business. It was just something that we loved to do, and we had a passion for doing it. But at that time, we didn't realize how valuable talent we actually had. We never realized how far that hip-hop would end up going. So what I would say to others that are coming up is to never take your passion for granted.
Nice. Appreciate you guys' time. Anything else you'd like people to know when they see this?
That was profound what he just said. So I want people to know that was a profound statement he just said. But I'd like to say thank you for everything. I mean, we're considered pioneers here in the South Side, along with Infinity Machine, Cypher Sound, Sound Experience, Jamaica Sounds, DJ Kid Quick. Who else can we name that was there back then? The Professor and Company. I just want the legacy to continue. And although it may not continue the way it was when we were coming up and everything changes, we just want it to continue, that's all. What do you think, Bug?
I think the same. Continue, but for everyone to understand the worth of the talent and the passion that they have for music, and to not lose sight on what has taken place when it comes to music and the course or direction that the youth have gone in when it comes to music. What I mean by that is, like, it seems that sex, being more gangster, things that come with the street type of image is what sells music nowadays. And it's like a lot of people like James Brown, Sammy Davis Jr., Bill Cosby, a lot of these people, they helped to pave a way for us. Soul Train and Don Cornelius, they helped to pave a way for us so that we can have a platform to express ourselves. And along with that came respect and dignity for yourself, for your community, and for what you did. And a lot of that seems to have been lost in the evolution of hip-hop as we know it today. So I'd like to see a lot of that come back.
That's it. Thank you, guys.